Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be making this lovely short knicker and a button down shirt for a 1-year-old kid. Okay, so it has a standing collar, or you can call it a mandarin collar. So let's get started. Please, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Bella. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, share my videos, and turn on the notification bell to be alerted whenever I upload a new video. So let's get started. So guys, to get started, I've gone ahead to prepare my fabric. This is for the short. So how do you know the amount of fabric to use? So you divide your hip by 4 plus extra 3 to 4 inches. Okay, so the length of my short is 10, and you can say I have 14 here. So I'll deduct 2 inches for the elastic casing and 2 inches for the hemming allowance. So let me mark out my 2 inches now for the elastic casing. So all measurements you're going to be taking it on this line. Okay, no longer at the top here, but on this line. Okay, so the measurements you'll be needing are your hip measurements. You will need your hip measurement and you will need your shirt length. Okay, so for the hip measurement, you're going to be taking it with their diapers on. Okay, so if they're still wearing diapers. So I have hip of 24 divided by 4 will give me 6. So I'll add 1 inches for the waist. So you see, I didn't include waist measurement because I'm going to be using elastic, so I need it to be able to pass through their hip. Okay, so to get your crotch length, you're going to be doing hip divided by 4 plus 1 inches or 2 inches. Okay, so you can either do 1 inch or 2 inch. For perfect fit, you can do 1 inch, but if you want it to be a little bit loose at the crotch area, you can do 2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to be marking down 7. I'm going to be marking down 7. That is hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So this is 7 for my crotch. I'm going to draw a straight line there. So this is my crotch length line. So I'm going to be bringing out this waist down here. Okay, so I have 7 here. I'm going to be imputing it down here to give me a straight line to connect to the waist. So this is what we have. So this is your crotch length line. So from this place, from this crotch length line, I'm going to be extending my crotch. I'm going to be extending this crotch extension by 2 inches. Okay, so then I'll mark 3 inches up from this line here. I'll mark 3 inches up so that I can connect or curve my crotch out. So you will need this place to be very, very flat. You don't need to come out very well. You need it to be very, very flat. So we connect like this, or you can mark out 1 inch or 3/4 inch. Okay, this is 3/4 inch, you can see. Okay, so then for the hem, you can bring this down if you want, or what we have here is 9 inches. You can deduct 2 inches from it or 1 inch, depending on what you want, how free you want it at the leg. So I will deduct 2 inches from it. I don't want it to be too baggy. Okay, so I'll use the hip curve side, okay, to give it that trouser pants look. So this is it, we are done. Remember, this short knicker doesn't have a side seam. Okay, it doesn't have a side seam, so you extend this waistline up for your elastic band casing. Okay, so this is our short. We are done cutting it. It's as simple as that, and we'll cut out. So guys, this is what we have. So the next thing to do now is to place it on top of each other, right side facing right side, as you can see me do. Okay, as you can see me do, we place it on top of each other, right side facing right side. So we'll sew it. You can sew it half inch, you can sew it quarter inch. If you're going to weave it, you can sew it quarter inch. If you're going to be doing French seam, you can sew it half inch and do your French top stitching. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check my videos on how to sew kiddies trouser. Okay, so I will sew this now with my quarter inch. Okay, so guys, I've finished sewing it, as you can see, and I went ahead to weave it with my zigzag machine. If you have not seen my video on how to weave with your zigzag machine, you should please do so. The link will be in the description box below. So after doing this now, I'll go ahead to remove my pins. And this is how it was before. It was like this before, so you turn it like this. It's making sense now, right? So after turning it like this, you go ahead to sew this inseam with half inch. Okay, so you make sure that the crotch is matching up. So but before then, I will advise that you hem. Okay, you use your hemming allowance. Remember, I left 2 inches for my hemming allowance, so I'll fold in my hemming allowance and hem. Okay, then I'll join this place with half inch. It will be easier to hem when it's still open like this than when you've joined the crotch. Remember, it has no side seam. So I'll go now to hem with my hemming allowance, then I'll join the crotch. Okay, and make sure the crotch is matching. So guys, I'm done hemming the bottom and my joining with half inch. Okay, so the next thing to do is to hem the waist. So remember about 2 inches that we left. You can see the mark here, so you can either extend this mark all around, or you just use your eye to just gauge it. So for the purpose of this class, I'll just extend the mark. Okay, so that we will be sure. If you have your iron, you can use it to press it down. So this is what we are going to be doing. Okay, so from this 2 inches mark, you're going to fold. When you fold like this and pin down. Okay, so you fold it at the 4 cardinal points. You fold, this is my mark. You fold, and you pin down. So guys, I folded it to the 4 cardinal points. So the next thing to do is to just fold in half inch, okay, to hem this down part. So the remaining 1.5 inch will be for your elastic band. So when you're sewing, you should leave about 2 inches opening to pass your elastic band. So I'm going to sew this now, then pass my elastic band to it, and I'll come back to show us what next to do. So guys, this is what we have here. Our shirt is ready. Let me turn it out. So this is our shirt, as you can see. So you give it a good press, you iron it out. Okay, so now let's go over to the shirt cotton. So guys, for the shirt part, I already prepared my fabric. I have my back here. The back is on fold, you can see, and the front is open. Okay, and I gave 2 inches for my button allowance. Remember, it's a button down shirt, so the way you give 2 inches for your zip allowance at the back, that's how you give 2 inches in the front. The front will be opened where the button will be, and the back will be closed. Okay, so to know the right amount of fabric to put on fold, you divide your bust or chest by 4 plus additional 2 to 3 inches allowance, just to be on a safe side. Okay, so now I'm going to start my measurement. So my back measurement, I'm going to be using 10, which is 5 divided by 10 divided by 2 is 5. Remember, our shoulder is divided by 2. So now I'm marking not from here, that is my button allowance. Look at this one, from here. Okay, from here away from my button allowance, or I can, let me fold this in. Okay, so I folded this in so that we won't get confused. So this is my 5 inches for the shoulder. I'll come down by 5.5 inches. So my armhole is, the armhole is 11 divided by 2, give me 5.5. Or you can do bust divided by 6 plus 1.5, that gave me 5. So I added ½ inch for the shoulder slant, so I have 5.5 inches here. Remember, this shirt is just for a 1-year-old. So the shirt length is 14, so I added extra 2 inches for the hem, for folding the hem. Okay, so here I'm going to bring down my shoulder measurement, which is 5 inches, to mark a straight line. So from here I'll impute my bust measurement. My bust is 21 divided by 4 will give me 5.25. So I'll be making it 5.5 to add my ease, plus 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Okay, so whatever I have here, because his chest and his stomach is the same, so whatever I have here, I'll bring it down. So I have 7 here, I'll bring it down here. Okay, so I have 7 here, so I'll just connect. So for the neckline, I'm going to be using 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches for the width, and for the back I'll use 1 inch, and for the front I'll use 2.5 inches. Okay, so and I'll come down at the shoulder line by ½ inch for the shoulder slant. Remember your shoulder slant. So whatever that is remaining here, I will divide it for my armhole curve. Okay, I will go in by ½ inch or 1/4 inch. Okay, you can do ½ inch, you can do 1/4 inch. Connect it with a straight ruler here and your curved ruler here. So our markings are ready. So I unfolded this part so that I won't cut out the neckline when it's unfolded. So I'll trace out. So for the neckline, I'm going to be cutting only the back for now. Okay, so I'll raise it up. Let me mark out the shoulder point. So you raise it up and you go down by 2 inches or 2.5 inches, depend. So let me use 2 inches. So you connect. So we are done cutting the shirts. Please notch where your button is going to stay. Okay. So for the sleeve, I have my fabric here into 4 places. I'm cutting the 2 sleeves together. So the sleeve length I'm working with is 4 inches. So I'll be adding extra 2 inches to it. That will make it 6 inches. Okay. So from this line, this is serving as my starting point line. From this line, I'll come down by 2.5 inches. So from this 2.5 inches, I'm going to mark out a slant line. Okay, a slant line. Then I will measure the line and find the midpoint. Okay, so the midpoint is 3 inches. So if I want to curve now, from here I'm going to curve, meeting this line and going down like an inverted S. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. You curve it, then you turn your okay. If you want me to do a separate video on how to cut sleeves, please let me know. So the round sleeve I'm working with is 8 divided by 2 is 4. That is 4 here, and I'll add 1 inch. Okay, so this is what we have. So you notch the upper part, and this is what we have. You can see our sleeve. This is what we have. So let's keep this aside. So I would like to start with the front first. Okay, so remember your button notch. So I'm going to be folding it in. This is the first and this is the second. Like everything you're folding should stop at the notch. Okay, you're making your button stand now. You fold in a little, then you fold over again, making everything to stop at the notch. Okay, everything should stop at your notch. Do you understand? But then you have to put interfacing here, just at this part, the bottom part. For the 2 of them, you have to put your interfacing on it. Okay, so I'll do that now. So guys, I'm done stitching the button holder. Okay, so this is it. You can see I used pin to hold them together. Look at it from the back. Okay, so now it's time to join the front and the back together. So I'll match my shoulder and join with 1/2 inch sewing allowance. After that, I'm going to be hemming my sleeve. So after that, I'm going to be hemming my sleeve. When I hem it, then I'll fix the sleeve. So first thing first, you join your 2 shoulders together, then you hem this the down part of the sleeve, fix it, then close up these 2 sides with the sewing allowance that you gave. I'll do that. So guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead to fix my sleeve like I told us. I was going to fix the sleeve and sew the sides, okay, with the sewing allowance that we gave. So this is what we have now. So you can see what we have. What is left is to hem the bottom of the shirt and our collar. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching us how to cut a standing collar. So first thing to do is to measure what you have left on your neckline. So from one side you measure to the other side, including the button holder. So I'll measure what I have. So I have 13 and a half. Please, if you need to measure this twice, please do. So I have 13 and a half, and 13 and a half divided by 2 will give me 6.75. So this is my starting line, and the height of my standing collar is going to be 1 inch. So from this starting line, this place is on fold. This will be my back. Okay, I will mark out my 6.75. So 6.75 here. So I'll find the middle of this. Find the middle and you mark. So this is the middle here. So this is my back and this is my front. This is the middle point. Okay, so from this front now, I'm going to be raising this line by ½ inch. I'm going to be raising my line by ½ inch. So I will use my curved ruler to smoothing it out. From this from this middle point here to this ½ inch that I raised my collar. Okay. Now this is the base of the collar. This line now is no longer valid. This is the base of the collar. So from this base now, I'm going to come up by 1 inch. Remember, this place is on fold. This place is on fold. Okay. Now this is the down part that you join with the you join with your shirt, and this is the upper part. So this upper part, instead of making it straight like this, I'm going to come in about ½ inch and curve it. Okay, it's nothing special. You can leave it straight if you want. Okay, so now this is what you're going to cut out on your collar stay. But on the fabric, you're going to be adding ½ inch sewing allowance right round. But on your collar stay, you will cut exactly this on your collar stay. But when cutting on your fabric, you give ½ inch sewing allowance right round. Remember, this place is on fold and this is the back. Okay, so let me cut out. So this is our standing collar. Once you draft it like this, you're not going to be having any issue with the collar. So I'm going to cut this out on my collar stay, the hard collar stay. Then if I'm transferring it to the fabric, I will cut and put ½ inch sewing allowance right round, except from this place that is on fold. So let me do that now. So guys, as you can see, I'm done transferring it to my fabric. The fabric is two, one for the liner and one for the main fabric, and this is my collar stay, my hard collar stay inside. So the collar stay is cut 1, but the fabric is cut 2. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to iron on my collar stay on one of the fabric. And remember, I said it's on fold, as you can see. So I'll go ahead now to iron it down. I'm going to go ahead to hem the bottom part of the shirt. Then I'll come back to show us how to fix our collar. So guys, I've gone ahead to iron my hard collar stay on it. As you can see, there is ½ inch on top, there is ½ inch below, and there is ½ inch by the two sides. So now I'm going to be sewing from here. I will sew right round. This is the top. this is the top of the collar, and this is the base that will be attached to the men's shirt. So I will sew from here right round, maintaining my sewing allowance, and I'll stop right here. Okay, so I'll go and do that now. So I've gone ahead to stitch it like I said, so I'm going to trim it off. So after trimming it, you iron it out and turn it inside out. So you should go ahead to add the remaining sewing allowance. You know there is half-inch sewing allowance at the neckline, so you should iron it in. So at this point, this is what we have. I ironed this one inside, so I'm going to be using this half-inch to join. I'm going to be using it to join my neckline from the back. Okay, so I've gone ahead now to put my buttons. Okay, I went ahead to put my buttons. The distance between each button is 2.5 inches or 2 inches. You can use 2 inches, you can use 2.5 inches. Okay, so this is my button. Now to join this collar, you're going to start from, you mark the middle point. Please remember to notch your middle point, the middle point of the back. You can see the middle point of my back, there is a notch there, and the middle point of your collar. So we're sewing this one is going to be outside, it's going to be facing us like this. So this one now you're sewing it like this. This is the inside, let's say the lining. This is the lining of the collar, this one. So you place it lining facing lining like this. Okay, make sure these two edges, the edge of the collar and your button stand, they are matching. Make sure that the back too is matching. This back should match. Okay, the back should match. So everything, you just use your pin to go round. So let me place this again. This is the right side of my shirt. This is the right side of my shirt. Now this is my lining, the lining of my collar. Okay, so I'm placing the lining of the collar and the back side facing each other. So let's just say it's the back side is facing the back side. So at the end of the day, we'll have something like this. Okay, so let me just match up. So use my pin to match it all round, and I'll sew. So guys, I'm done sewing it. So the next thing to do is to close up everything. So this half-inch that we ironed inside is going to help us to close up everything. So you just turn it inside out. So the half-inch has already been ironed, so you will have to top stitch on it. Okay, making sure that this sewn line that you made when stitching the back is covered. Okay, so you top stitch on it like this, top stitch on it right round. So I'm going to do that now. So guys, look what we came up with. You can see our beautiful collar, you can see, and this is the shorts we made and the button down shirts with standing collar. This collar, it can be called standing collar. I don't know if it's bishop collar, mandarin collar. Okay, it has so many names. So please kindly give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Kindly like, share, comment. Okay, and tell me what you feel like. If you try it out, tag me, follow me on social media. All my handles are in the description box below. Till I see you guys in my next video. Bye.